What's up, everybody? Peter Joseph here, no longer Peter Gilmore. For those of you who forget, Peter Gilmore died over the weekend. So, this is a brand new Peter Gilmore, otherwise now known as Peter Joseph. Being real, being myself, and if you don't like it, well, too bad. But anyway, Peter Joseph here for another video, my second video of the day on your 2 for Monday. Right here, on the main channel, Killer of Demons 66. Ooh, yeah, dig it. 9. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there, you know where, otherwise known as the description box below on this channel and my other 4 main channels, which are down in the description box below. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You gotta be real. If you're not, go fuck yourselves and get out of here. We don't want you here. But if you're real, then do it. Links are down below for Facebook and my social media accounts. But like I said, if you're real, if you're not real, if you're a troll, fuck you. That's it. And also, don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that bell. Basically treat it like it's your mama. Your bitch. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss another video. And if you do, well, I can't help you. Because you're going to have to search my videos and search my name. And hopefully you'll find my channel, one of my channels. And then go to my live section or my video section or even my short section and for the latest video. And you watch past videos and all that good shit. So, do it now. But gotta hit that bell. Hopefully my videos go out to you. If not, blame Neil and his team of monkeys. And that's pretty much it. But hopefully you'll be getting hopefully they fix that bell and then notifications will go out smoothly. But that's too much to ask. But it is what it is. And that's that. And if this is your first time watching, welcome to the party, pal. I hope you enjoy the ride. And if you do like the content, smash that like button to death. Hit that subscribe button, like I said, on this channel, my other channels as well. Show me your love and support. And hit that bell. And hell, leave a comment if you feel like it. You don't have to. It's not a requirement or anything, but, it would be nice. But it is what it is. And that's that. All right, on this late Monday night, March the 27th, 2023, we have hit WrestleMania week. It's gonna start off with a pretty good Raw. We'll get to that in a minute. It's gonna end really next Monday with the Raw after Mania. So we got a long way to go. Even baseball starting this Thursday. The Mets and Yankees are in action. It's actually fun. Hockey still going on for a few more weeks. The playoffs are about to start in a few weeks. The same thing with basketball. The NCAA tournament's going to be ending, thankfully, this weekend. Thankfully. So a lot of sports this week and next week, and going into April, May, and June, and everything. It's going to be a long, another couple months. And speaking of hockey, how about those New York Rangers? Motherfuckers, man. Clinched the playoffs today, because I think it was Florida or Pittsburgh lost tonight. So Rangers clinched the playoffs, and right now it's all a matter of what seed they get. I don't think they're going to get the number 3 seed. I would like them to get the number 4 seed so they get the home series for the first round. But, they're not too far back from a lot of teams. But the 2nd and 1st seed, they're not going to catch Boston. There's no way they're catching Boston. But I think if they can catch maybe the 3rd seed, that would be really nice. But, we'll see what happens with that. The Rangers are back in action tomorrow against the Columbus Blue Jackets. I think that game, I think it's a home game at the Garden. And then they got the Devils coming up, I believe, on Thursday. And then they got Buffalo, and I forget who they play after that. I think they got Buffalo and somebody after, like, back to back on the weekend. So we're getting there. So the Rangers have clinched. Now it's all a matter of if they can get a lot of points and get some help from other teams that they need to get over. And the Rangers are kind of getting hot at the right time. So can they do it again? Get red hot? Hopefully not go 7 games every freaking round like they did last year, and they ran out of gas when they had the Tampa Bay Lightning on the ropes the first two games, and then But with their team right now, with Patrick Kane and Tarasenko, Mika Zibanejad going crazy in March like he always does. And even, getting contributions from Phil Keitel, who got the big win yesterday. There was yesterday or Saturday. Big win in Florida. I think it was yesterday. Big win in Florida. Then an even bigger win in Carolina the other night. And then just destroying Nashville and Pittsburgh. Back-to-back shutouts at the Garden, which is great. I don't think any team wants to face the Rangers in the playoffs the way they're going right now. Boston, are you listening? You shitheads in Boston? Just saying. But we'll see what happens when we get there. We got a little bit of ways to go before we even hit the playoffs. But we got that. We move on. All right. So minus that, got a lot of stuff going on this week and next week. So we'll get there eventually. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the description box below is my first video of the day where I talk about Stacy Keibler and her gorgeous legs of doom getting in the Hall of Fame. Much respect to that. So that is, I believe, it for the Hall of Fame class of 2023, barring a last-minute induction, because they don't have a tag team this year, which is rare. So we'll see what happens with that. And also, 1 second. And also, I talked about the new new championship that's going to be unveiled, possibly at WrestleMania, Night 1 or 2, or even on Monday Night Raw. I did look at it. I don't know if this is the actual belt, but it's basically the WWE title in different colors. It's split right down the middle of it, like Bill Alfonso would say. It's got one half black, one half blue. So that's most likely gonna be your world title. And it's gonna be merged into one title. But then again, they could just get rid of the WWE title, which they should have done years ago. Bring back the gold belt, but Cody wants to bring back the Winged Eagle belt if he wins, which he won't. I hope, but I mean, if he wins, I'd care less. Roman goes away for a while, which makes Issa really unhappy and makes a lot of other people that love Roman unhappy. But he'll be back, hopefully. But just a matter of when. Could be Sunday, could it be SummerSlam? Who knows? Hopefully it'll be SummerSlam. But we'll see. So we got all that. So check the video out down below in the description box. That's it. All right, it's late, and it is time on video number 2 on the Killer Demons channel. Once again, my name is Peter Joseph, formerly known as Peter Gilmore, still your gracious host. And it is time for your late night, Monday night, WrestleMania go-home show, Raw. Raw review. I can't even get it out. Your WrestleMania go-home Raw review for March the 27th, 2023, from the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona. I thought it was in Vegas this week, so I apologize for botching. But it is what it is. But next week, it is definitely in the Staples Center. And so is Friday Night SmackDown this week. And the Hall of Fame. But we move on to that. Alright, so as always, our commentary team of Kevin Patrick Milev and Corey Slave. The worst commentary team in history. But I digress. That's that. Alright, so this was the go-home show before Mania. And sold up pretty damn good. Probably around the second hour, kind of slowed down a little bit. But then the third hour is kind of up and down. But, you know, the main event of Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. Pretty good match. Obvious ending. I wish it didn't have that kind of ending. But I kind of knew that there's a way that Cody was going to win. I was hoping he'd win by disqualification, but he won he won with chicanery. So, it sucks that Solo had to get his first loss in his career, but, you know, can't be undefeated forever. I mean, you're not like Bruno Sammartino, who held the world title for like 8 to 10 years, or Hogan holding the belt for 5 years. Brother! We've been seeing holding it hostage for over a year. You know, Roman's holding it for almost 3 years. He's holding it hostage. No, he's just having an epic reign that's going to continue. All the way to 1,000. Because Cody ain't ready. He thinks he's ready because he beat Solo. But is he ready to beat Roman? Can he beat Roman? I just don't think he will. I don't think he will. Because it might come down to politics. You know, for the finish. Even Hunter doesn't even know who's going to win. I mean, he has a plan for after Mania. But he still can't even find a winner for the biggest match of the year. Come on, Hunter. Come on! But we'll see what happens with that. The finish could come as soon as they go out to the ring. It could be told in the ring. No, sometimes they do that. Or, you know, the referee's like, go home. You know, done. But, I mean, we'll see. It could be a surprise ending. Who knows? But we move on with that. Alright, so we begin Monday Night Raw with The Miz and Miz TV. Now, Miz is going to be the host of WrestleMania this year because it's in his hometown. Well, I think he still lives there in California. I don't know if Maurice will be there, but maybe she will. Who knows? And her Golden Globes, if you know what I mean. And by the way, Miz, happy birthday to Monroe, 5 years old today. Well, yesterday if you're watching. But, yeah, Monroe is 5 years old. So, there you go. Those kids grow up so fast. They do, believe me, I know. But it is what it is. Alright, so Miz is in the ring, he's all fired up to be here, and promises to get to the bottom of a very personal feud. So he brings out Trish Stratus, the lovely Trish Stratus, and goddamn those jeans. Oh, what I would do to get in those jeans. Oy, oy, oy. How you get all that ass in them jeans? Badunka-dunk, if you know what I mean. Anyway, and then the women's tag team champions, Team Bextreme. That's Lita, the Hall of Famer, Lita, and Becky Lynch. So they come out for, excuse me, they come out for a big chat, and then Becky really does all the talking, and accuses Miz of having small balls, tiny balls. And then Miz is like, they're massive balls, and my wife agrees. And Becky's like, must be comforting to know that Maurice didn't get around much before you were married. Ooh. I don't want to know. That was savage. Randy Savage? Oh, yeah. No, not you, Randy. Not you. Not. He's not like Macho Man Randy. Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah, dig it. Not that savvy, but that was a pretty damn good line. But anyway, Becky talks about how she respects Lita and Trish, but Miss X, Lita, and Trish what it's like to be Becky's backup. So Lita says, I feel like a champion. Well, you do, because you've been, you haven't won a championship in a while, and it's your first tag team champion in your career. But then we hear the music of Damage Control, and they all come out. Bailey, give me a hug. And the lovely Dakota Kai actually looking pretty damn fine tonight. And of course, my third wife, Io Shirai, or Io Sky, looking mean and sexy at the same time. I like cats. Yes, you do. And I like your cat, but it is what it is. If you know what I mean. But I digress. Now, let's be real here. But anyway, Bailey accuses Lita of meaning something 20 years ago during the Attitude Era, or the Ruthless Aggression Era. But Trish says that title says she means something now. Bailey talks about how being in the ring with the two legends would be a dream 20 years ago, but now it's still a dream for people who can't accomplish anything. That's sad. Anyway, so basically Bailey says, we want our titles back. And then Becky goes on to a humongous rant about how many times have you lost already? Oh, really? They lost the titles twice. And they keep coming back like a cockroach. Says, I thought it was done with you people at War Games, but you kept coming back and back and back, and I just can't kill you. She went to Dakota and Io's like, what have you done since being in Damage Control? It's like, you haven't done much. Io, you were the longest reigning NXT champion, and now you're reduced to nothing? I'm like, basically, yeah. Becky speaking facts. What the hell has Io and Dakota done lately in Damage Control besides winning the Women's Tag Team Champions twice and losing it twice? I mean, and when Io's in singles action, she should be beating the fuck out of people like Blanca. Well, I'm thinking of Street Fighter. Bianca Belair, she could beat Becky in her sleep, and she's losing to people like Becky and Bianca. And like people like Dana Brooke. I mean, well, she beat Dana, I'm just paraphrasing. But I mean, come on. You're making Io look like a jobber, and it pisses me off. You know why. Because I love Io so much, along with Asuka. But at least with Kana, Asuka, they're actually doing something, even though the feud between her and Bianca, the build has been shit. And if they don't give Asuka the belt now, it is really gonna piss me off. I'm like, send him back to Japan. Just send him back to Japan. Let him be back in Stardom with Kairi and Mercedes Moné and Mina Sakamura and all the hot Japanese chicks in Stardom. Just let him do that instead of being wasted in WWE under Hunter. I don't think Hunter would do something like that to Dakota Kai and Io, who both could have left if it wasn't for Bailey bringing them back. But, they're red hot to start, and then now they're like fizzled out. A year into Damage Control, they've done basically nothing. It's sad. It's fucking sad. Anyway, then they have a triple stare down, and then basically that's it. No physicality. And that's it. So I gave the first segment 3 out of 5 stars. But, Becky basically telling Dakota and Io, you guys haven't done anything. You're just Bailey's lackeys. There's truth to it. It's true. So Becky speaking the facts. And that's it. Alright, so that leads into our first match of the night. Becky Lynch versus my third wife, Io Sky, with the others at ringside. So it starts off with a pretty good match. I won't say anything bad about it. It was a pretty good match. Dumb ending. But anyway, Becky starts off fast with a suplex, sending Io to the outside, and then Damage Control have a big meeting. They huddle up like, we need to beat Becky. So anyway, Becky grabs Bayley by the hair to bring her back in. And Io then hits a running dropkick to take over. Becky comes right back with a running forearm for a double down. And with Io on the floor, Becky hits a baseball slide, and she was safe! Followed up by a forearm off the apron. We go back in, and we get a layout reverse DDT by Becky on Io as we go to another break. We come right back with Becky getting a near fall off a suplex. She goes up top, Io catches her and knocks her down. Then she goes up top, hits the Asai moonsault, dropping Becky on the floor, and then goes back in and covers her for a near fall. The fans are like, of course, because Io hits the best moonsaults ever, no pun intended. But it is what it is. So she hits that and gets a near fall. She goes back up, looks for the over the moonsault, but sadly missed. And Becky picks her up, hits the manhandle slam, even though they're in the ropes and the referee didn't even notice it at the time. But still, 1, 2, 3. Becky gets the win in just under 12 minutes. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Sucks that Io loses and it pisses me off, but still a good match between, two champions. But, Becky was the better woman on the night, and the match was pretty good. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. I thought it was pretty damn good, and we will move on with that. Alright, we get a look back at Cody Rhodes predicting that the Bloodline is going to turn on Roman. Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. As we move on. Then we get a lot of video packages tonight for some of the matches. The first one we get is a beautiful, epic video on Asuka from her early days as Kana, then turning into Asuka, then that legend, wait for it, legendary 522-day reign as NXT champion. She mowed through everybody. And then they showed her on the main roster. They said that she mowed through everybody. She kind of did until she met that horseface bitch, Charlotte. And should not have lost at WrestleMania 32. She had so much momentum and then lost. Sad. And then from there, kind of went down the drain a little bit, and then kind of went up, down. Then she wins the title from Becky during the pandemic era, which I thought was nice, and became tag team champions, not once, but twice, with Kyrie, which was great. And then she wins back the I think she won the SmackDown title, and then lost, of course. So I think Charlotte again, or Becky, I forget, but and then from there, she was like funny and everything, and then, she was hurt, she got hurt, and she came back as, Asuka, and, it just felt like she wasn't being used on TV so much. And then she knew that something was wrong. She had to go home to find herself, and she came back at Royal Rumble under this new look, this like evil clown, Kana, Dark Asuka, whatever the hell you want to call it. And so far, she's been kicking ass, blowing that blue Kool-Aid in people's faces like Chelsea Green. I mean, she's on a roll right now, and if they make Bianca win and continue her long reign as champ, she's, I think, over a year now as champ, it's just going to be a slap in the face to Asuka. Build her up so much with this new persona, only to lose. Not going to sit well with you-know-who, but anyway. So anyway, various Hall of Famers and legends talk about how I'm sorry, I'm going to have to mention his name, how awesome she is. Did somebody say my name? Oh, no. Mike, I was just saying, I was reading my notes that said how awesome that Oscar is. Oh, I love Kana. She's my favorite. You know, she's almost awesome as me. Well, you're not that awesome, Mike. What do you mean I'm not awesome? Don't make me put you through a table, Gilmore. Okay, Mike, I'm sorry. But I love Kana as much as I like you. You know, she's my first wife, after all. You know, you just got, I don't know who you got these days. Who you banging these days in heaven there, Mike? I don't know. I just got random chicks like fucking in heaven. I don't know. They just come up to me and want to fuck me. And what am I supposed to do? You could say no. No when, just say when, Mike. Yeah, you're right. I gotta calm it down. What? You know, I'm kind of like lonely these days. My legs hurt. Well, yeah, banging all those chicks, you know, your legs hurt. You're giving them the good stick, you know what I mean? Let's calm down. Calm down. Take it easy, Mike. Take it easy. Anyway, you got anything else you want to say? You know, I did change my name. I'm not Gilmore anymore. Oh, you are? I didn't know that. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, I forgot to tell you at the meeting. Oh, there was a meeting? Yeah, Jerome and Eddie were there, and I had to tell them that I changed my name to Peter Joseph now. Well, PJ for short. I guess that's cool. I miss you as Gilmore. It is what it is, Mike. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I mean, I don't want to be Gilmore anymore. I mean, I do, but, you know, it's time for a clean slate. Yeah, it's always good, Gilmore. You always have a good show. You know, but others think I don't have a good show. I personally don't care. Well, don't listen to them, Gilmore. I'm like, okay. I'm not. Because they suck. And I'm awesome, like you are. Not as awesome as you, Mike. I know. But anyway, I gotta go back to the bar. Me and Jerome were smoking a joint. I gotta go. Bye! Okay, get out of here. Fucking idiot. Don't tell him I said that. But anyway. See, I will be... I can't even talk. I'll still be my jovial self at times, you know, being funny, being sarcastic. Still the same Peter Gilmore, but I'm just, you know, new. So... I like to be funny on my show. I try to entertain people the best way I can. If you don't like it, get off! That's it. You don't have to watch my show. Get off! I don't mean get off and splurge on over me, you know, because I don't go that way. You know, splurge on your own time and do it in the bathroom. Just remember to wipe. And that's it. But I digress. Anyway, we move on. Yeah, so that Oscar segment, that Oscar video package was so good. So good, it made Daddy Gilmore's dick hard. But I can't even say Daddy Gilmore anymore, and then Daddy Joseph's Gilmore. God damn it. I'm botching so much. Daddy Joseph's dick hard. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. But it is what it is. Anyway, so I gave that 4 out of 5 stars, just because I'm an Oscar mark. And she's my first wife, so I have to be biased. But we move on. Alright, now we get a recap of Logan Paul knocking Seth Rollins the fuck out again last week. Then in the back, Kathy Kelly tries to get an interview with him. Logan Paul steals the mic, starts shouting about, I'm gonna do it again at WrestleMania! No, you're not. You're a bitch like your brother is. Fuck you, you social media mark. Fuck you. Fuck you, and fuck your brother, and that's it. Fuck you, and oh yeah, fuck you. That's it. So we'll see what happens with that. So that leads to Seth Rollins with Kathy Kelly. Comes in, and man, his fit was so good. Because you know where he goes? He goes to the Men's Warehouse, which is always our sponsor every freaking show. You want to look good? You want to take your, you know, you have a sexy date. You know, you're taking your lady out, or you're just going out on a hot date with a hot chick. Or maybe not so hot chick. You know, you're just going out on the town, you're going to the club, you want to look good for the ladies. You know, maybe you get a lady that's DTF and maybe you want to suck your dick. Or more, who knows? But gotta look good. Because you can't look like shit. Most of you, you look like shit. I don't. But when I go out, I want to look good. And I want to get the best clothes I can. Not at the Salvation Army or anything like that. I go to the Men's Warehouse. Because when you go to the Men's Warehouse, believe me, when you go there, tell them Peter Gilman sent you. Well, tell them Peter Joseph sent you now. But it is what it is. Tell them Peter Joseph sent you. Because when you go there, some of you, but most of you, you're going to like the way you look. And for some of you, I can guarantee that. For others, probably not. It is what it is. I mean, you gotta look good for the ladies. You gotta look good. Because if not, you got crooked teeth and you look like an ogre and really just don't look good. Because some of you are fat. But, if you can't look good for your ladies, for anybody, then you're wasting your time. Some of you need a makeover. Serious makeover. I wish Maury Poetry was still doing this show, because I would love to see you guys on his show getting a makeover. I would be surprised. I don't need that, because I look good. And when you look good, you feel good. That's a commercial. But anyway, Seth Rollins comes out to a great fit. He's talking about Logan Paul, blah, blah, blah. And then Mustafa Ali with the crappiest fucking fit ever. I'm like, where the fuck did you get your clothes? Wasn't at the Men's Warehouse. I think he got it from like Target or Forever 21. Like, what the fuck? Did you steal John Cena's clothes from like 30 years ago? I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Or did he get it at Telco or your local Salvation Army store or Goodwill? That's a guy that gets his clothes at Goodwill, most likely. And Mustafa Ali's the type of guy that sucks even worse than Wheeler, Utah. Holy shit. But anyway, they're in the back, and Mustafa Ali wants Rollins to be more positive like he is. You're trying to do a positively page gimmick. Not gonna work. You're a jobber. Go back in catering and eat a big juicy steak that Titus made. If he's still in catering. I don't even know what Titus is doing these days. But anyway, Rollins laughs at the positive Ali idea, and then in turn we get a match coming up next. Boring! So I get this segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. And I'm like, fucking Ali, who cares? So we get that. And then we go to this ridiculously boring as fuck bathroom break match of the night. 2-minute suckfest. And Ali got a little bit of offense in, but then Seth comes back with a clothesline that turns Ali 360 degrees inside out, and then stomps him in the corner. Ali then gets tied in the corner for a running stomp, followed by the regular version of the stomp. 1, 2, 3, 2 minutes later. Good night, Ali. Prince Ali, I'll be a bop, whoa. He looked like a street rat in that match. Garbage. Get him out. Release him. Release him, please. And take Dolph Ziggler with you. 2 bums that should be out of the WWE. Let them go to Impact. I don't care. Don't let them come to AEW. Well, maybe Dolph can go to AEW and team up with his actual real-life brother, Ryan Nemeth. But then that team will probably suck. Well, at least he'd be on BTE like half the time, but Ryan Nemeth's segments on BTE fucking suck. I just fast forward through that. By the way, BTE was pretty damn good today. Hey, so we saw little old Rio on the show. Little young Rio at the basketball charity game. It was nice. That was nice. I wish I was there. So I'll be singing, her name is Rio and she dances on my lap. And then when she's done, she goes and takes a nap. I would sing the rest of that song, but I don't know the lyrics. Oh, Rio, when you dance, you make... No, okay, I'm not gonna go there. But anyway, we move on. See, I'm funny. Funny how? We'll get to that. With that Bloodline trailer. We move on. Anyway, alright, so Seth Rollins wins the match, 2 minutes, and they gave the match 2 out of 5 stars, just because. But anyway, and the fans would love, singing this song for like 5 minutes straight. It was great. Imagine what's going to happen at Mania. When he comes out, they're not going to shut up. I think that's going to sing his song for the entire match. But, I mean, it is. We'll see what happens. But anyway, after this garbage fest of a match, Seth gets on the mic and says, well, I can't beat Logan Paul at WrestleMania. I'm the joke. And he says the match is on Logan Paul's, he says anniversary. I thought it meant his birthday. But anyway, Seth says, I'm going to take him out. So, please, ladies and gentlemen, sing that song. Burn it down! Pretty much. And that's it. I think Seth's going to beat the fuck out of that prick. Because Logan Paul and his brother Jake are they are jokes. They are social media jokes. And it is what it is. Fuck them both. That's it. Let me move on. Alright, then we go to a video from earlier in the day where Adam Pearce is in his office and he talks to Baron Snoring Corbin, who's still on the goddamn roster. That's another guy that should be released. Fuck him. He asked Adam Pearce what was going on with his losses, and then Chelsea Green, the resident Karen, comes in, and she wants to know why she's not in the Women's Showcase match at WrestleMania. So kind of like Corey goes somewhere, I don't know, maybe he went to go take a leak, I don't know. So Adam says, well, you don't have a partner, and Piper Niven doesn't want to really have anything to do with you. And then, of all people, Sonya Deville comes in, and says that Adam is just jealous because I did my job better than he ever could. Man, that might be true. Anyway, so that's enough for Pierce to put them in a qualifying match together. He's like, hey, you can name yourselves Karen and Kimmy or whatever name you can come up with, and you're in the match. If you win, you go to the WrestleMania. Big deal. I'm like, oh, okay. Sonya and Chelsea going to WrestleMania. Nobody cares. But anyway, Corbin comes back in and is like, seriously? And Pierce's like, fuck this, I'm out. Oh, boy. I can't wait for the spring cleaning coming up after WrestleMania. There's a lot of people they need to get rid of. Corbin. They need to get rid of Corbin. Corbin's boring. Ali, garbage. Dolph Ziggler is just there for nostalgia. He's the company guy. Get him out. Akira Tozawa basically does nothing. Get him out. And then maybe you take a few guys from NXT that are really doing nothing. And the girls, too. But, they're not going to get rid of Dana Brooke just because she bakes cookies and catering. Tamina, they'll never get rid of her because of the affiliation with The Rock and Roman. But, if they had to get rid of some big name guys, I would freaking get rid of Hit Row. Getting rid of Hit Row. Because they came back, everybody was happy, like, oh, Hit Row's back, yay! And then we all remember what happened with Botched Dollar. And they're in this stupid, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal that nobody cares about. They're not going to win. They're not going to win. They suck. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Let them go to AEW. I would say go to AEW, be with Swerve, but I could care less if they go back with Swerve. I care less where they go. They go back to the indie scene and stink up the joint there, too. Well, except for BFAB, but it is what it is. Yeah, get rid of Shit Row. I would say get rid of Killer Cross because he has no direction. Should never went back to WWE. He should have just stayed in the indie scene. He was doing so good in WrestlePro. Let him stay on the indie scene. He's God in the indies. Come on now. And really should have. Well, I didn't give him. I mean, I kind of say, oh, maybe you should go to AEW, and Scarlett told me, he's like, well, if Tony gives us the right storyline, we would go. And Tony never did it. I mean, I threw the idea out there. It's like, hey, go over there. Right? Maybe Tony had something for him at the beginning. We don't know. I still think they would do better in AEW or go back to Mexico. Or, like I said, go back on the indie scene and maybe wrestle for WrestlePro or any promotion, basically, in the indies. Doesn't matter. Create a Pro, BCW, even go to GCW. Just don't get your, well, I would say something, but, At least GCW doesn't go that hardcore. I mean, if anybody saw that XPW show, where I don't even know the guy's name, but the guy took a syringe in the dick. Oh my God! And you think wrestling is fake? Not to see you take a syringe to the dick. Holy crap! That made me sick. So as I looked at that match, I was like, oh my God! I was like, no! I had to cringe on that, seeing that. I was like, the mushroom barley soup was coming up. I had to step away because I couldn't take any more. Damn, whoever, I don't even know who it was who took the syringe to the dick. Oy. And people think it's fake. It's not sports entertainment. It's not us. What is this? It's fake. Okay, you take a syringe to the dick, or you take a syringe through the mouth, both sides. You tell me it's fake. You getting the syringe right through your frickin', You think it's fake when you're like, ah! Fake my ass. Fucking marks think that wrestling is fake. We all know it's fake. Most of it's fake, most of it. But if you go to the indie scenes, the injuries are real, dumbass. The injuries are real. I mean, I saw Abaddon get hurt live. Broke her shoulder live. Sucked, but she's doing better now. She's hopefully coming back soon. I don't know when, but that injury happened in November. It's been December, January, February. Going on 5 months now since she broke her shoulder, or separated her shoulder, whatever it may be. But she still looks great. Just don't know when her next match will be and where. But injuries do happen, whether it be storyline or actually it does happen. Things happen. So you can't say it's fake if the injuries are real. If somebody gets really injured in a match or a freak accident, you're gonna say, oh, he broke his leg, that's fake. He's gonna get up and walk it off. And then you see him screaming in pain. And then getting taken out by the medic. Fake. It is what it is. People think I take wrestling so seriously. No, I don't take wrestling so seriously. I don't. I just love listen to me carefully, sport of professional wrestling. I don't like this sports entertainment bullshit. I don't like it. Some of the storylines are just whack. I like good professional wrestling, like indie wrestling. Like Ring of Honor used to do back in the day. And if I go to a local wrestling show, I want to see action. I don't want to hear a lot of talk, but I want a lot more action. And I go there, I have fun. Some of the matches are pretty good. Some of them are not so good, Al. But you can't tell me that independent wrestling is fake. I like for anybody to go up to an indie wrestler or go to a convention and say the F word to those people. And I'm not saying fuck. You tell them it's fake, you're dead. It's still real to me, damn it. I never said wrestling is real. I know it's fake. Some of the moves and everything, the blood, somewhat fake. Because they bleed and but sometimes they get hard way blood. Most of the time, but But that stuff they do in GCW and XPW and even in the crazy nuts in Japan with, Onita's company, you think that shit is fake? Then I like to see you take a barbed wire exploding bat to the back or the face. Take a rocket to the face. I mean, that's happened. I mean, I've seen videos of people sitting in chairs and people putting firecrackers on the people's chests and then blowing up. Not blowing up, blowing up. The firecrackers go off like, I see people in GCW and JPW. I mean, I saw XPW, a guy goes up to, the balcony with, a folding, not a folding chair, one of those lawn chairs, and try to put somebody through I think it was a bridge door, and missed severely, and fucking fell right on his tailbone. I don't know if he broke his tailbone or anything, but goddamn, that hurt. So you tell me that's fake. It is what it is. I mean, I will defend the sport of professional wrestling as best I could. But if you think it's fake, that's your opinion. But like I said, go to a wrestling school, take a bump, and tell me how fake it is. I never said that wrestling was fake when I took bumps back in the day. It hurt. I almost came home with a concussion a few times. So I banged my head on the mat the wrong way. I fell for a loop, but still, I did what I had to do. And I got through it, but I didn't finish because, I had other priorities like work and a social life to get through it. I don't want to, go to work and then I have to go to a wrestling match and next thing I know, I break my leg and I can't go to work. That's the life that some indie people have because they have, they just don't work for like $20 a show whenever there was a show like every month. They have a regular job, working maybe 9 to 5 job. They make their money and then they come to the local indie show and they make like $20, depending how big they are. Maybe they'll sell some merch and they get a little bit more. But they wrestle in front of like 75, 100, 200 people. And they can wrestle in an indie promotion for 10 years. And they send tapes to WWE or AEW or even Japan or Ring of Honor or whatever. Some of them will get noticed and some of them will not. I followed Masha Slamovich's career from her humble beginnings in FBW and FSW here in Brooklyn, and she was green as fuck. People didn't like her. She was like botchy in the ring. And look at her now. She's going after. Actually, no. She did go after the Knockouts title. Should have won. But now she's the champion of GCW. And she can get hardcore with the best of them, like Nick fucking Gage, who she beat about a week or two ago. I've seen Anthony Bowens, Anthony Henry, Max Caster. I even seen Theory when it was in Evolve, Joe Gacy when it was in Evolve, Keith Lee, Riddle, guys like that, Pentagon. You know, even go back at, Killian Dane. You know Killian Dane. Some of you do, some of you might not. I know Killian Dane came to the New York area, but under a different name. Big Damo back before he became Killian Dane. Grama Talik came. Lindsay Dorado. When they were big in WWE, well, before they became big in WWE, and even when they were big in WWE, then they, just after they got released, and they went back to the indie scene for a little bit in Mexico. Tommy N. We all know him as Malachi Black. I first met him in the indie scene. Eddie Kingston, DJ Hyde from CZW, Black Keys, Randy Summers, and I forgot his partner's name of Milk Chocolate. I met so many guys that were indie guys. They were like midget indie guys, and they've gone up to be superstars. Even the people that I go to when I go to, when I go, they're good enough to get on Dark or Elevation. Some have. Some have gotten on Dark and Elevation. Jade, the former women's champion, was on Dark. She was also on Raw a couple of times in segments. Joey Ace was on Raw. Remember when Dom and Rhea went to the Valentine's Day dinner and they kicked out Angie and Ray? Who was the waiter? Joey Ace. Speaking of Joe Ocasio, he was on AEW television. And Ortiz came over to Brooklyn once. A lot of people came. I mean, the past show, they had the Kingdom. Brandon Cutler was there. How do you think I got on BTE? Blah blah blah. But I'm going off on a tangent. But it is what it is. But there's these people that are in WWE now should not be there anymore. Ali, Dolph, get them out. They're not doing anything except jobbing, and it's sad. I mean, what the hell happened to Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin? They were on TV almost every week. Now, where are they now? Are they stuck in catering again? What? I mean, they don't have anything for them? I don't know. There's going to be another Hurt Business 2.0 or 3.0. They're just stuck in the back, or they just do main event now, which is garbage because nobody watches it. Same thing for NXT Level Up. They have people from NXT on that show, and nobody watches the program. We saw Ruger came from that show. Lyra Valkyria was on that show. A lot of people on that show that don't get a lot of TV time. And some of them should get a lot of TV time. But with these budget cuts coming up, they're gonna be gone. Most of them. It's just sickening that those people like Ali and Dolph are still there, and Corbin's still there. Why? Get them out. You have nothing for them, get them out. And I'm sorry I went on a tangent with wrestling, people thinking wrestling's fake, and, I put up the syringe to the dick incident that I know people have seen. And if you haven't seen it, go look it up. It might make you puke, it might make you laugh. But I thought it was fucking sick. Like I said, you think it's fake, you think it's a joke, and wrestling is a joke that they're doing, they're putting syringes in their dick. They're wrestling naked. I mean, craziness, and some of these videos I've seen on the indie scene are crazy. Even in Japan, it's crazy. wrestling, can be fun. It can be funny at times, and then again, it can be just ridiculous at times. Like, what is this? So I do agree with some of you that some of the stuff is kind of corny, but when you get a freaking barbed wire exploding bat to the back and you think that's fake, that shit hurts. And syringes to the face. They have those, I forgot what they call them. The skewers to the head. You think that's fake? No. Or even those little things that look like cogs, and they go bop, 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 and it sticks in your head. It's crazy shit. Sickening. It's sickening. You won't see it in WWE, of course, or maybe not even in AEW. But in GCW and XPW, and XPW got a lot of flack for that, for showing that shit. Even doing that shit. I don't know if the wrestler got, you can't do that. I don't know if he got in big trouble for doing that. I mean, I feel, actually, I feel bad for him because he took that spot. Probably not going to have sex for about 6 months. At least. God forbid, God forbid, he tries to get hard and bang his chick. Oh, I still have that pain from the syringe. So maybe he shouldn't have took that spot. Just saying. Just saying. But, yeah. But believe what you will if you think wrestling is a joke and wrestling is fake. I mean, like I said, it's your opinion, but it is what it is. You don't want to take a bump and you want to think it's fake, then you go take a bump. Go to a wrestling school and take a bump. Tell me it's not fake. I mean, people on YouTube have done it. People on YouTube have done it. Certain people that I know, I'll mention him, Chase. Chase has done it. He took a bump, not correctly, but he took it. Took it pretty well. I thought he kind of landed wrong and he ran the ropes incorrectly. But at least he tried. At least he tried. That's pretty much it. We move on. Alright, let's move on from all that BS. That bull funky. As you will. Alright, so Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green are going to team up against Candice LeRae and Mia Yim, and the winners of that will be the 4th participants in that WrestleMania showcase match that nobody gives 2 shits about. That's who. And that's it. And then Corbin's like, really? What about me? Nobody cares about you, Corbin. Shut the fuck up. And that's that. Alright, so I get a 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, then it's time for the worst segment of the night. And it's the weigh-in between the big black diesel himself, Omos, with MVP, and Brock Lesnar. So, before Lesnar comes out, MVP talks about how Brock has done great things at WrestleMania, conquering the streak of The Undertaker, the GOAT of all GOATs, beating Roman Reigns, Goldberg, or Oldberg, and for the love of God, Tony Khan, do not sign Goldberg. Please, I know he's a free agent now. Let him retire. He wants one more match? Too bad. Don't let him be in AEW. Fuck him. Go to Japan. Or go to Mexico. You want your final match? Don't do it anywhere near AEW. Don't sign him, Tony. Please. Or if you want to be technical, how about Goldberg versus CM Punk? Both guys suck. CM Punk's a dick because of what he said on Instagram about Dave Meltzer and Tony Khan and Jericho and everybody. Yeah, let's sign Goldberg for a one-off match with Punk. Both of them leave like Brock and Goldberg left at WrestleMania 20. Fans hijacked the match because we know both of them are going to be going bye-bye. Get out of here. Good night. Bye-bye. You go bye-bye. Fuck you. But, that match doesn't happen. For the love of God, do not bring Goldberg into AEW. Tony Khan doesn't need that. I don't even think if Goldberg did come, that the ratings for Dynamite would even go over 1 million and stay over 1 million. People think that, that AEW television is better with Punk there. Maybe that's true, because, when he's there, people watch Punk. And the ratings, are usually around 1 million with Punk there, around. And now he's there, now they're getting 845,000. I mean, last week they jumped up to 950, almost 960,000 views. And this Wednesday, you got Adam Cole, baby, coming back. So, that's a ratings boost. Along with, I think, Jeff Cobb versus Kenny for the IWGP United States title is basically another ratings grab. But it is what it is. I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. So anyway. So, alright, so he mentions Brock beating Undertaker, Roman, Goldberg, Kurt Angle. But unlike those men, Brock can't suplex or F5 Omos. And with that, almost gets on the scale and weighs in at a whopping rough cut, chiseled and jacked 410 pounds. So it's time for Brock to come out. So he comes out, goes right after Omos, picks up the scale, tries to hit him with it, but then Omos kicks him right in the face, lays him out, and then Lesnar goes to the outside, looking a little bit scared, and then he runs to the back. I'm like, are we gonna get Brock's weight here? What's going on here? What's Brock's weight? I thought the segment was ridiculous. You could have just done that in the back or on a WrestleMania press conference or something like that. They didn't need to do that in the ring. It was pointless. This match is pointless. Oh, the fans are gonna pop when Brock F5s Omos. Yeah, the fans will pop, but the match is gonna be boring as fuck. I don't care how good it is, it's still gonna be boring as fuck. To me. I'm not even gonna bother watching it. It's pointless. But in any event, I gave this whole segment a dud. Zero. Because it was boring. And let's move on. Alright. So after that, we get a video on Horseface Shoulder Flare being, sorry Mike, awesome over the years. He didn't hear it. But anyway, we can move on from that. Alright, then we get a nice video by Fiend Balor, the Demon. Talk about, hey kids, it's Edge. Wanted to be inside the cell with him and says, there is nothing more dangerous than a caged demon. And then the video kind of goes a little bit weird, and then it shows Finn with like no eyes, and then he kind of shows his Carnage / demon character. Like it. And Edge is supposedly going to be coming out with Gangrel, with the Brood theme, which is probably one of the most epic themes ever in WWE. You thought I was going to say Girls in Cars, didn't you? Nah, that's a good song, but Girls in Cars by Robbie Dupree on Power Driver! Wrestling Album 2, one of the best wrestling albums of all time. Let's say. I mean, if you don't like Power Driver, there's something wrong with you. Even if you don't like the Wrestling Album 1, which had great songs, then I don't know what you like then. I actually liked Volume 1 and 2. I even liked, when during the Attitude Era when it came out with WWE The Music. Got epic themes. Epic themes. Put a little ass on it. By Rikishi, that was ridiculous. And it's Stacy Keibler trying to sing. Yeah, Stacy Keibler's in the Hall of Fame just for her legs alone. Her legs are actually should be in its own wing. Just saying. But more power to Stacy. She's in. It's good. It's good. Don't know who's going to induct her. Might probably be Stephanie, but hi, Steph. But that's it. All right, so good promo from Finn. And this match at WrestleMania, I would think it should be in night 2, but I mean, we'll have to see. We don't even know what the order is, except for night 1, where it's going to start with Cena and Theory, and end probably with Rhea and Charlotte, which should not. And then night 2, we all know that it's going to end with Roman and Cody. What's it going to start with? I don't know. It should start. I think that night 2 should start with Seth and Logan Paul. But is it? I don't know. Well, we'll have to see. So I gave that Finn Balor promo 3.25 out of 5 stars. And let's move on. Alright, then we go to an 8-man tag team match. Isn't this match supposed to happen at WrestleMania? But anyway, we got the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford teaming up with Braun Strowman and Ricochet as they take on the Alpha Academy of Otis and Chad Gable. Oh, thank you! As they team up with the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar, along with Sarah Logan, otherwise known as Valhalla. Why is Sarah Logan there? Can somebody honestly tell me why Sarah Logan is there, or Valhalla? I mean, looking like a slimmed down version of Max the Impaler. I met her, by the way, too. And Father James Mitchell, another member of the Prophecy. Gotta love it. But anyway, what is Sarah? I almost said Sarah Del Rey. Why is Sarah Logan there? She does nothing, just stands there. I don't even think she has had a match since coming back. Is she gonna be on main event, or are they gonna send her to NXT to get some seasoning on Level Up? Why is she there? And why are the Viking Raiders not repackaged as War Machine? The Viking Raider name is dumb. It's garbage. They're going nowhere. That's what this match did. They went nowhere. But anyway, it's also with Dawkins taking Gable down to start, but has to slip out of the ankle lock. And then Braun Strowman comes in to clean house on the heels. And so Montez Ford, who does a look at me, double bicep pose. Because he's been working out. I work out. And comes in for some arm drags. And then everything breaks down. We get the Ivar versus Braun Strowman versus Otis showdown. That's big, beefy men in that ring. And Otis plants Montez Ford, who's trying to come in. And the Academy stands tall as we go to break. We come back. Eric comes in and has Montez in a 1905 chinlock. Hands it off to Otis as we see the beautiful Sophia Cromwell, or Maxine Dupree, watching in the back. God damn, she look hot. She likes the Otis shirt coming off for running up. It's like he ripped it off. She's like, ooh. She got wet in her panties, if you know what I mean. I don't know why you would get hot in your panties with a big fat guy ripping off his shirt. Maybe some girls like fat guys. Yeah. Whatever floats your boat, ladies. Just saying. It's like guys wanting to do big fat chicks. I mean, more pushing for the cushion. But I digress on that. Anyway, so Otis rips off his shirt, comes off with a running elbow. And then Otis goes to the camera, like, I'm here. And then an Insecurity gets Montez out of trouble. Then Angelo Dawkins comes in to clean house. And then Braun Strowman comes in and does a choo-choo, choo-choo, the train around the ring, the Strowman Express all the way around the ring. And then Ricochet swantons off of Strowman's shoulders to hit Eric. Pretty nice. And then Montez Ford, who gets tagged in, dives over Braun Strowman with the frog splash from the heavens. 1, 2, 3, and almost 11.5 minutes later, this match is over. So it was a decent match. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And I think we're going to see this again at WrestleMania. But we'll see what happens with that. Then we move on. Alright, then we go to the back with Kathy Kelly, and her guest this time it's the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Yeah, Cody, MDK all day, Cody. Adrenaline in my soul. Here's Cody Rhodes with another boring promo. Pretty much. Anyway, he finds it interesting that he has to face the Bloodline's enforcer in Solo Sikoa this week. But the question has been if he has earned it. It has earned it. And Cody says he's always earned it. And then he says, tonight I'm going to beat Solo. And at WrestleMania, I'm going to beat Roman Reigns and become the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. Blah, 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 blah. You haven't been tested yet. No, you're not ready, Cody. You're not. You say you are, but you're not. You might have been undefeated because after you beat Seth and then went away for like 6 to 8 months and then made your triumphant return at the Royal Rumble, winning the Royal Rumble, and then getting big wins here and there. Do you actually think you're ready for this world title when you've had a grand total? I don't even know. I might be off on this. 5 to maybe 6, 7 matches. Well, that's not counting house shows. You think Cody deserves the title at this point? He hasn't been taken to his limit. He hasn't been he's struggling with Marcel Barthel on SmackDown. But he hasn't really been tested. And tonight was a big test. I mean, he passed the test, but he has one big, huge final exam on his hands, and that's Roman. And I think he is going to fail miserably. I still think there's going to be a lot of chicanery in that match. Like the Usos will come out, Solo will come out, try to get revenge. But then again, it could backfire, and all of them, the Usos hit double super kicks to Roman, and he kicks out, and then Solo hits the spike, Roman will kick out, and then in the end, like, Cody will hit like 5 freaking Cody cutters and 5 crossroads, and Roman will just be out of it. I don't think that might happen. I have a feeling that there's going to be chicanery in this match. But really, Roman should just beat him up. Stack, smash, pin this fool. 1, 2, 3. And end night 2 on a good note for the Bloodline. Because we all know the Usos are going to lose to Dean Jericho. That's given. But I would not have the entire Bloodline lose the belts. Have Roman win, and then you figure it out after that. Let him go 1,000 days, and then finally he will lose at Money in the Bank or at SummerSlam. And I think it would be fitting for him to lose at SummerSlam because it would be near his 3-year anniversary of holding both belts. Let him go at most 1,000, a little over 1,050 days. I think, yeah. Because I think that by the time SummerSlam comes, it'll be a little way over 1,000. 1 second, guys. Excuse me. Allergy season. But yeah, Roman should beat Cody straight up in the middle of the ring, and then get that new belt. Just throw both belts in the garbage, and then have that half black, half blue belt. Just call it the Undisputed title. Or if they really want to, split the belts up so bad, I think Roman should win. Get rid of the WWE title, and then that new look title will be his title for SmackDown. But then again, I'm just talking crazy. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. All right, so we'll have to see what happens with Cody and Solo Sikoa later on in the night. And then Friday night, we got that epic face-to-face showdown, which will probably end SmackDown right before the Hall of Fame. And we will move on with that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the final parody trailer. And they said the best for last. The Bloodline doing a scene from Goodfellas where Roman is playing Joe Pesci and Paul Heyman's playing Ray Liotta's character, and the Usos are, playing the other characters are in the movie, and Solo's just standing there, sitting there. And then Roman's, he did ad-lib a little bit, but he's kind of, not playing Joe Pesci's character, talking to Ray Liotta. It's like, wait a minute, did you just say I'm funny? What do you mean funny? Funny how? Am I the tribal clown? Do I amuse you? And Paul's like, well, you're just funny. And Roman's like, how am I funny? And then the Usos kind of crack up a little bit. And then you see Paul Heyman's all scared, how Ray Liotta's character was scared. And then he's like, you got me, you son of a bitch. And then Roman's like, I almost had him. Like, yeah, this guy, I was like, yeah, something about this guy. And then, the waiter comes in, and then freaking Roman's like, the fuck is this guy? Smashes a freaking bottle over his head, and then they laugh. And it was funny, and then Solo at the end was crazy. See, that's a trailer. That is a funny parody trailer. I loved it. They say the best for last. And that really should have just been the only parody they showed. But, I like Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch with the Joker parody. I thought that was cool. And then the ones after that sucked. Miz and Maurice doing Top Gun. Garbage. I didn't like that. And then Montez Ford and Bianca Belair doing Titanic. Blech. And then, wasn't there another one? I think they did one last week. I forget which one that was. I forget what the one before the Bloodline one was, but in any case, that one I didn't like either because I thought it was ridiculous. Oh, the one that's the Rhea Ripley one when she's playing the guy, the person from Stranger Things season 1, I believe. I thought that was weird. I thought Bray Wyatt should have done that, not Rhea Ripley. But to each his own, because I didn't like that. But this parody, great, epic. I can only imagine what they're gonna do for WrestleMania 40 in Philly, like to do some type of training montage, like Rocky, running down the streets and trying to chase chickens or roosters or whatever, And then he goes out of his house and he starts running all the way up to the Rocky Museum. Well, that museum that Rocky did in Rocky 2. Well, the Rocky theme's playing. I don't think the Rocky theme will play. They'll probably play some ridiculous theme for whoever is going for the championship. They'll probably do something like that. Or maybe they'll have maybe a promo from Geno's or Pat's steakhouse with the cheesesteaks and stuff like that. They'll do something like that. They probably will, but we'll see. But anyway, that trailer for the Bloodline was great. 5 out of 5. And yeah, I'm being biased. All right, we will move on. Then we get a hype video for Bianca Belair. She's Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair. That's actually her hair. She's Bianca Belair, the Raw Women's Champion. Shown coming up the ranks and becoming a major star. And he is one of the only women who has come up with no wrestling experience and became part of the main roster and basically the face of the Raw Women's Division. So you can have no background and no wrestling experience and still kick ass and be the top champion on the company. So that's Bianca Belair. So she did good. She did good. That's it. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to another video from earlier in the day. This time in an empty arena. Kind of felt like the pandemic era. With Austin Theory, the United States Champion, talking about how John Cena allegedly humiliated him on the mic a few weeks ago. And the only thing Cena can't see is the future because Theory is a star. And it doesn't matter if he is in an empty ring or in a sold-out stadium, because he's going to show Cena what a star really is. And that's pretty damn it. So, pretty good promo from Theory. And kind of sucks that he's starting night one. But I guess they want to start off with a good old-fashioned Gilmore Carter-like bang! And have Cena there, so, when Cena loses, he can go bye-bye. Goes in there for about 10, 15 minutes. Loses straight up to Theory. I think Theory should beat Cena. Because he loses, basically he should get released. It'll just make Theory look ridiculous if he loses. But I think Theory is going to pin Cena, retain the title. And then Cena's going to go back home, do some stupid movies that nobody wants to see. And then we'll probably never see Cena again unless they do a legend show or some shit like that. Or maybe when he goes into the Hall of Fame, which probably won't be for another couple years. But it is what it is. Alright, so I gave that promo 3 out of 5 stars. Then we find out that Stacy Keibler and her gorgeous legs of doom are going in the Hall of Fame. I already mentioned that. Alright, then we go to the women's WrestleMania Showcase qualifying match. We had Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green with her Maria Brink hat. Takes on Mia Yim and Candice LeRae. This match was boring. And Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green get the shocking victory after a very quick unprettier by Chelsea. 1, 2, 3 as she pins Mia Yim in just under 3 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? So, you get that. So, that match was, I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. That's pretty much it. Alright, then we have Damian Priest and Dom come to the ring. But before we get to that match, we have to go to the back with the Wise Man. My name is Paul Heyman. Gives a Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes version of the 23rd Psalm. I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Before saying Cody isn't ready. Jesse needs to face Solo later on because Roman Reigns has been guided from being the big dog to the tribal chief. Cody isn't ready for Sunday, but needs to be ready to take a beating tonight, and then another one from Roman on Sunday. So he tells Cody, be ready for pain, and on Sunday you will acknowledge your tribal chief, and he will. And that's pretty much it. So good promo from Paul, and I give it 3 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, so we go to break, we come back. Dom and Papa Priest, Damian Priest, are in the ring. I don't know why they waited 15 minutes to get a promo out of this. Dom talks about what a horrible deadbeat father Ray is. And then we see what happened on SmackDown with Ray finally having enough after Dom starts screaming at his mom. Punches Dom in the face and agrees to face Dom at WrestleMania. And he says, I should have told my mom to shut up a long time ago. Then the epic line of the night. He's like, I didn't want to say this in public, but Dad, I wish you never existed and Eddie Guerrero is my dad! Yes, Dom. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. See, somebody gets it. See, Eddie, he is your son. He admitted it on live TV. That's right, he did. I saw it. I was so proud. I had 5 tequilas, but I had sex 5 times with Mama. I didn't need to know that. It was great, Jesse. See, he's my son. And Rey Mysterio's a gringo, you pendejo. He's a freaking pendejo. Dominic is and always will be my son since 2006, Pedro. Pretty much. What do you think about Aaliyah? You think she's your daughter? I think so too. I think Aaliyah's my daughter because Angie couldn't make that. Ray couldn't use his super sperm to give that. I have that Latino heat and I make good babies, Jesse. You do. I mean, it's true. I mean, if you look at Dom and the promos he's cut, and his hair just looks like a young Eddie Guerrero. when he first came up in ECW, before he went to WCW. That mean streak, that Latino heat, ese pero, I would mark the fuck out if he came out in the hoopty like Eddie did. With Eddie's theme, that'd be great. Latino heat, like liar, cheat and steal, mamacita, I would mark the hell out. And Dom is going to beat Ray. I wouldn't be surprised if Dom goes to the Hall of Fame and steals his father's ring. That would be something. And then Ray tries to get it back. You have a pretty damn epic match, but in the end, Dom is going to beat him. He's going to win. Ray's going to retire, which he should. I think if Ray wins, the whole 18-month process for Dom goes out the window. Dom has to win. And Dom should win, so if he beats his dad, he's going to brag about it on Raw and SmackDown. It's like, I beat my dad! I'm the best Mysterio here, but my name is Guerrero. He should win. I wouldn't be surprised if Aaliyah comes out and distracts her dad, like maybe slaps him in the face right in front of Angie, and Angie's like, "What are you doing?" And then the next line on Raw, so Aaliyah comes out and says like, "You never were there for me either, Dad." And just like my brother said, Eddie would have been a better dad than you. I wish Eddie was my dad too. And then maybe Angie come out and say, you were never good at bed, Ray. And then it's it. Ray goes into a little ball. Goes back to San Diego and does something. But it is what it is. Let me move on. That line from Dom was fucking epic. I wish Eddie was my real father and you never existed. I was like, damn, that was good. That's savage. I love this storyline. Love it. So anyway, we get to Damien and Ray. Dom at ringside. 19 minutes after Damien's music hit. Oy, that's bad production. Bad. You cannot have somebody come out and wait 20 minutes to start the match. And that's with the other person's entrance and a 5 to 10 minute promo and commercial break. That's stupid. Space out your promos. But I digress. Anyway, it's also with Ray taking Damien down. Damien plants Ray with a lifting downward spiral, wow, for a near fall. Goes for a big boot and missed. And he's in position for the 619. It gets broken up with one hell of a clothesline from Priest. But Ray comes back with a super hurricanrana. And once again puts Damien in place for the 619. So Ray goes, he connects with it, but he goes up top trying to drop the dime. But Dom comes in and crotches Ray on top, causing a disqualification at over 3 minutes. Did I say over 3 minutes? So Ray gets to win by DQ. And I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, we got a 2-on-1 beatdown from Damien and Dom on Ray. But then Legado come out. Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wild, and Raul Mendoza all come out for the save. I'm like, well, what the fuck was Zelina Vega? Don't look at me. I know she's cute, I know she's tiny, but as much as I want to fuck her, I gotta look both ways to see if Tommy N be around. Zelina Vega, she's Puerto Ricana. He's one hot smoking piece of ice. But, can't touch the merchandise. Especially that merchandise. If I did, Tommy N will kick my ass. But I don't want that. When we move on. But anyway, we move on with that. Alright, then we got a video on the 8th wonder of the world. Andre the Giant. Who has a battle royal named after him. I'm going to see that on Friday. And we got such names as the Good Brothers, Johnny Gargano, Elias, Shit Row, Elias, Rick Boogs, Dexter's in it, even Bobby Lashley's in it, Bronson Reed, Killer Cross, people like that. So we'll see who wins the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which really goes nowhere. They win the big trophy, sometimes they get a big push, and then down the drain they go. So who should win? I would probably pick Bobby Lashley to win, because he really got nothing to do with WrestleMania. Really should be facing Eli Drake, which that could still happen, because they really got 13 matches on the card, so why not add another one? Have 7 matches on each night. So you have 14 total matches, and then you want match number 14? How about a ridiculously boring 5-minute match with Bobby Lashley and Eli Drake? Why not? I mean, they have done it before in Impact. But I digress. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we're going to look back at the Usos jumping Generico on SmackDown this past week. And that leads us to a very passionate promo from Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who talk about how this is going to be the biggest tag team title match of all time in their careers. They talk about, we grew up together, we grew up in Canada, but that's not the real story, because, we're going to Los Angeles, where basically we made our career in PWG. Surprised that Sammy didn't even say it. He was tempted. He was going to say PWG. Even Kevin was going to say PWG. They've had wars in PWG. I have all the tapes. They've had wars. Even in Ring of Honor, too. I have that tape, too. Of Final Battle 2012, which I was at ringside with the Missus, of course. You can see us, too. But I digress. I'm not bragging. Maybe I am. Anyway, so they say they have to win because the bloodline has to be stopped. So, good promo from Generico. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And it's just a matter of time on Saturday night. It's going to be an epic match. And like I said, Generico is going to finish off the Usos part of the storyline. And they're going to end the longest tag team title reign in company history. And they're going to become the new undisputed tag team champions. And it's going to be fun. It should be a good way to close out the show, but it's not. But then again, who knows? That's that. Alright, after that, we get to Walter, who took a long time to, who was in the ring while Owens and Zayn were talking. So he comes out for a non-title match with Dolph Ziggler. We had Marcel Barthel and Fabian Aichner at ringside. It was a boring as fuck match. Ziggy did a couple moves, nothing really exciting. He gets a near fall off a Famouser, but then he gets launched into the air by Walter and chopped to death. Woo! Oh. And then Walter hits a German suplex and a powerbomb, sets up the Last Symphony. He's like it looked like a weird looking power. I don't know what it is. He picks him up, looks like he's about to body slam him, then he just drops him. He calls that the Last Symphony. 1, 2, 3. Walter gets the win in under 6 minutes. Nothing really to see here, and I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Just pathetic. After the match, Walter gets on the mic and promises, I'm going to do the same thing that Drew McIntyre and Sheamus fella at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title. We'll see. There's a good chance that Walter will retain and continue his almost 1-year reign as champ. As much as I would love Sheamus to win it, but I don't think he's going to. But you never know. And we move on. Alright, then after that we go to your main event of the evening. Solo Sikoa against Cody Rhodes with the wise man Paul Heyman at ringside. So, pretty good match. Starts with a dropkick from Cody hitting Solo, but Solo snaps off a Samoan drop. And they go to the outside. Solo gets whipped into the steps. Ow. But he comes back. They get in the ring, and Solo suplexes Cody. And Cody gets sent to the outside. Solo then drops him on the announcer's table. Then hit Corey Graves. damn. So we go to break, we come back, we get a swinging rock bottom onto the table on the outside as Cody's back in trouble as we take a break again. And I think Solo was trying to target the ribs of Cody. But then we move on. We come back, Cody fights out of a 1902 nerve hold, and then gets clothesline in the corner. He jumps over Solo in the corner, snaps off that patented power slam, followed by the disaster kick. He goes for the Cody cutter and hits that. And then he hits Crossroads and looks like he's about to win. But Solo got his foot on the rope for a delayed 2 count. So with Cody looking at the Wise Man, and the Wise Man's like, And he goes up top, goes for the moonsault and missed. And Solo picks up Cody, tries to go for the Samoan spike, and that missed. Cody grabs another Cody cutter. And then we hear the music of the Usos, and they come slowly to the ring, and that distraction lets Solo to hit a super kick. Then he hits the spinning Solo. I was like, oh, he's going to win. He's going to win. He's going to do it. But then, as always, Cody kicks out at 2.999999. And he was like, uh-oh. And then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come out to brawl with the Usos all the way to the back. So I was like, yeah, Cody's going to win here. So Solo tries for another Samoan spike. It gets counted right into Crossroads. 1, 2, 3. And Cody Rhodes gets to win in under 13 minutes. Match was okay. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. So then, Heyman, was kind of upset, and he's like, and Cody's celebrating. He's looking at Paul, and Paul's like, then he takes his phone out. And he's looked all serious, and he's talking to Roman, obviously Roman, on the phone to end the show. So he's probably telling him like, we really need to kick his ass on Friday and Sunday. Click. So he has a plan for Roman on Friday night. So something's gonna happen on Friday night where Roman's gonna get the last laugh. But we'll see what happens with that. So all in all, like I said, I gave the match 3.25 out of 5 stars. But Monday Night Raw was pretty solid. Not great, but solid. So I'm going to give it a solid 6.5 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment or video or whatever you want down below. Keep smashing that like button and subscribe to my channels. And if you're real, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And share the video all over the internet. And like I said, tap that bell, turn on all notifications again so you don't miss another upload on the next one. Which could probably be tomorrow night for NXT. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright, everybody. I'm going to bed because it's late. And I got things to do tomorrow. I got a lot of calls to make. And I got a lot of things to do tomorrow. Errands I got to run. It's going to be a busy day. This whole week is going to be busy for me. But gotta do it, and I got a doctor appointment on Friday, so it's a kind of important doctor appointment, so, and it is what it is. So, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and once again, 6.5 out of 10 stars for Raw, and we'll see what happens tomorrow night for NXT, and then Wednesday night for Dynamite in St. Louis, Missouri. Ring of Honor is having a show, so Ring of Honor will be on the air Thursday. It's going to be Athena defending the Ring of Honor Women's Championship against Emi Sakura, and that match is going to be taped on Wednesday night for Ring of Honor. So Ring of Honor will be taped from St. Louis on Thursday, and along with that, Impact versus New Japan. That event is going to be on Thursday. Friday, we got live SmackDown from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, along with the Hall of Fame right after that. And at the same time, we got Supercard of Honor from LA. And Rampage at its normal time slot of 10 p.m. And on Saturday, we got at 1 p.m. NXT Stand and Deliver. And then at 8 o'clock, WrestleMania Night 1. And then Sunday, it's all, we got WrestleMania Night 2. And then next Monday night, the Raw after Mania, which basically will end WrestleMania week and close out WrestleMania, hopefully with a bang, but we shall see what happens with that. So a lot of wrestling this week and going into early April. So buckle up, grab a cold one, and hit that bell. I'm going to try to get a lot of videos up over this week. I got WrestleMania Night 1 and 2 predictions to do. I'll try to get that done maybe early Friday. I'm going to do Ring of Honor predictions and Stand and Deliver. So I'm going to do 2 separate videos. I'm going to do, I might do Stand and Deliver live. I'm going to keep Ring of Honor separate. So I'm going to do that. I'm hoping to get SmackDown and Rampage, my review, up on Friday night. Then Stand and Deliver the review up after it goes off the air on Saturday afternoon, right before WrestleMania Night 1. And then when WrestleMania Night 1 is done, I will do a review. And then after WrestleMania Night 2, I will do a review as well. And then we'll see what happens with that. My schedule might change and go back to normal, but we'll see what happens with that. But gonna be very, very, very busy week, and hopefully I can get everything I can done by this weekend. But hit the bell, and I might do a community post, let you guys know what's going on. But hit the bell to get notified of when those videos will come to you, because if you miss it, you miss it. And that's it. All right, everybody, time to go to bed. Peter Gilmore signing off. Peter Joseph signing off. I'm going to have problems with that because it's new, so bear with me. So, thank you for watching. Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out. Rock on and rock hard with your coat. And if you're not down with that, well, you could kiss my ass. And I got 3 fucking words for you. Fuck you, man. That's all I got to say about that. Good night, everybody. And until next time. Peace. Ha! Bye.